Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is extra special because it is a autumn dinner collab, and it is part of a large playlist hosted by some wonderful ladies here on YouTube. Make sure to check out the playlist link and the link to the ladies' channels down below, and let's go ahead and jump into the recipe. I don't know about you guys, but when I think of fall dinner or autumn dinners, the first thing that comes to mind is comfort food. And when I was racking my brain about like what's just something really savory and delicious that is comfort food, chicken pot pie. So I'm going to show you guys a super easy recipe on how I make chicken pot pie at home. So I'm going to pop 3 of these thin sliced chicken breasts into the air fryer. I'm going to prepare my mixture. You're gonna need a can of cream of chicken, and then you're also gonna need a half a can of cream of celery. You can use the whole can, but I don't typically like cream of celery, so I'm only gonna use half the can, and I think it's plenty of liquid for the mixture. And then once you have those two added in together, you're going to take half a bag of the peas and carrots, and you're going to mix that in with the soups as well. Now, you can use a vegetable mixture with like corn and green beans. Really, any vegetables that you like will work for this. So, I mean, it's really to your preference, but we like peas and carrots in our chicken pot pie, so that is what I'm adding. And I'm just making sure that the soups and the vegetables are combined well. Now that my chicken breasts are finished, I am just going to take a couple of forks and shred them. You can shred them with your hand mixer or however you prefer. This is just the method that I used. It is kind of time consuming and it does kind of hurt your hands a little bit. Now that your chicken is all shredded, you're just going to add that directly to the mixture as well. And then you're going to combine it to make sure all of the chicken is coated well with the mixture. So now you're gonna take your pie crust and you're gonna separate them, and you're gonna add that chicken and veggie and soup mixture directly into the bottom pie crust. It may overflow a little bit, but that's okay. It will be covered with the other pie crust, so it'll keep everything all inside and it'll be all gooey and yummy. And then don't do like I did and leave your pie crust out, because I accidentally left mine out while I was preparing the mixture, and the pie crust had started to thaw out. So it was actually really difficult, and you'll see in the upcoming clips, to get that top pie crust out to put on top. So just make sure you keep your pie crust in the freezer until you are ready to add the mixture with it. Also, I made the mistake of forgetting to add my seasonings when I was making the mixture, but I'm literally adding almost every seasoning in my pantry. I have onion powder, garlic powder, chives. I put a little bit of smoked paprika in there, salt, pepper. You can literally put whatever seasonings that you want in there, because it's just gonna make it taste more flavorful. Of course, you know, don't put lemon pepper or something like that in there unless that's the flavor you're going for, but that is what I put in there to just spruce it up a little bit. It is good without seasoning. The first time I made it this way, I did make it without seasoning, and it was just as good. So now you're just gonna add that top pie crust and just kind of position it to the best of your abilities directly on top of the other pie crust so they're even. And then I'm just taking a fork and pressing the edges down so they stick together. Again, since my pie crusts were a little thawed out, it did kind of caused a little bit of a mess and the dough was trying to fall apart. So again, just make sure you keep it frozen until right when you're about to use it. Now you are going to bake this pot pie as the instructions on the pie crust recommend. I also got one of these probiotic waters from Aldi. These are really good. They have like this little probiotic powder on the top, and they're kind of a pain in the butt to get the powder into the water. I'm struggling a little bit here, as you can see, but you just mix it up and it's just like flavored water, and it has a lot of probiotics in it. So it's good for your tummy and your gut health, and I recommend them. They're very good, very tasty. So now that my crust has baked up a little bit, I am going to pull it out and I'm going to just cut a little jack-o'-lantern face in it. This gives it like some fall festive vibes, and I just thought this would be cute for Manny because he loves jack-o'-lanterns. He loves everything Halloween and spooky. It's just a little something to jazz up dinner a little bit. And then you're just gonna pop it back in the oven and finish baking according to the directions on the pie crust. Now the chicken pot pie is finished, and it turned out really tasty. This is such a good recipe. It's so simple, so easy, and it's definitely one of my favorite dinners to have during the fall and autumn seasons. So now I'm just going to plate it up for Matt and I. I did give Manny some of this, but I knew that he probably wasn't going to eat it, and he didn't, unfortunately, but it was really good, and we also had leftovers a few nights later. So needless to say, this delicious, easy recipe, I highly recommend. So I just want to thank you guys so much for hanging out and for watching today. Again, make sure before you leave, you check out the playlist collab link down below. There's going to be so many delicious fall and autumn recipes, and you definitely don't want to miss out. So click the link down below and just give everybody a little bit of love. But I just want to thank you guys so much for hanging out and for watching today. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already, and thanks for being my kind of weird. Bye.